My name is Zach Brown, and the topic I decided to do my project on is why we should keep the Electoral College in place. Call for change. There's many people who are calling for change for the Electoral College and believe that is out of date and no longer working. During the past 2 centuries, more than 700 proposals have reached Congress to reform or even just eliminate the Electoral College completely, and that comes from the AmericanBar.org. This shows that people are unhappy with the Electoral College and they believe it's no longer working. They would rather have a direct vote where every single vote is counted and that it was just a popular vote who decides who the president is. I'm going to show some evidence of why I think that shouldn't be. Why you should care. This is important to you because it'll affect who is in power and who decides who is in power. This helps balance power throughout our government, and this directly affects your vote and who you think should be in office. Promoting a nationwide campaign. According to the Stanford magazine, the Electoral College demands a nationwide campaign as well as gathering a diverse vote. What this means is that a person who is campaigning for presidency can't just campaign in one area of the United States, getting a popular vote, and then not having to go across the country. So what the Electoral College does is makes candidates travel throughout the country and get a more diverse vote throughout the country to secure their win. This helps balance power and have more minorities and other people like that decide who can be in the presidency. Every state matters. According to the Congressional Digest, every state matters, meaning every voter in each state has a larger role to play. Because every single state has a certain amount of electoral votes they get, each voter within the state has more of a role to play. This meaning one state or even 2 states can decide the presidency, meaning a voter in that state can really have a more of an impact. If it were just a popular vote, a voter would just not have as much of an impact, and it could be disputed whether that vote really mattered. A clear winner. In the article, The Electoral College, 3 Pros and Cons, the author writes that the college establishes a clear winner and keeps a recount on a state level. So what this really means, this quote highlights, is that if it was just a popular vote, many people would call for a recount or say that there was some sort of fraud. If this happened on a national level, that means the national government would have to recount every single vote. Keeping the Electoral College means on the state level, the state can regulate and to see how many votes are coming in and have a better eyes on the votes, keeping less fraud. And if it comes down to a recount, the state can do that by themselves so that it doesn't take as much time and there's not as much confusion. Also, balance of power. So a lot of people forget that the presidency is just one part of our government. Saying that means that we have things such as the Senate and the House of Representatives. Each state gets 2 senators. The House of Representatives is the amount of population in each state. So this is just another check and balance to keep the power distributed evenly throughout the United States. So if somebody would argue that they should be a popular vote, I would show them that because we have different things like the senators and representatives, this isn't just another check and balance. And another reason is that it'd be hard to steal. The Stanford magazine writes that because it is impossible to predict which state will make the difference, it is hard to steal. So what this means is that because only like 1 or 2, 3 or 4 states can come down to who decides whether they flip red or blue, it's harder for somebody to steal votes, meaning 1, either fraud, or 2, having other people vote again. So what this means is if we were to do a popular vote, stealing any votes anywhere throughout the country would make a huge impact. So to recap, one reason is it keeps a diverse vote. Every state matters. There's a clear winner. It helps balance power, and it makes it harder to steal. So these are just some of the ways that the Electoral College benefits America and why it should stay in place. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thank you.